Every single day, millions of men over 60 wake up with a commitment to their health. They follow standard medical advice. They eat balanced meals, stay active, and conscientiously drink 8 to 10 large glasses of water throughout the day. They believe this continuous hydration is flushing their kidneys, detoxifying their cells, and protecting their cardiovascular system. However, clinical geriatric urology reveals a counterintuitive reality. For an aging male, the generic rule of drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water is not protecting your urological health. It is systematically exhausting your bladder muscle, irritating your prostate, and accelerating urinary dysfunction. As men age past 60, the physical architecture of the prostate and bladder undergoes profound anatomical changes. Forcing high volumes of unmeasured fluid through an aging urological tract creates a mechanical overload. This overload results in chronic urinary urgency, daytime frequency, and the destructive cycle of waking 3 to 5 times a night to urinate. In today's protocol, we're exposing the physiological dangers of senior overhydration. We will decode the exact mechanical breakdown occurring between your prostate and your bladder and reveal the clinical fluid management protocol scientifically designed to restore bladder elasticity, calm prostate inflammation, and allow you to sleep through the night. To understand why conventional hydration advice fails men over 60, you must examine the mechanical relationship between two primary structures: the prostate gland and the detrusor muscle of the bladder. Virtually all men over 60 experience some degree of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, the natural progressive enlargement of the prostate gland. Because the prostate surrounds the upper portion of the urethra, this tissue expansion creates physical resistance, narrowing the exit channel for urine. To overcome this mechanical obstruction, the muscular wall of your bladder, known clinically as the detrusor muscle, must generate higher pressure to push urine past the constricted prostatic urethra. In your younger years, the detrusor is thick, highly compliant, and resilient. But after decades of pumping against an enlarging prostate, the bladder wall undergoes structural remodeling. Collagen deposits replace elastic muscle fibers, leading to decreased bladder capacity and reduced muscular compliance. When you introduce excessive fluid volumes into this compromised system, you create a state of severe mechanical mismatch. Think of your bladder as an elastic balloon. If you repeatedly overfill an aging balloon that has lost its elasticity, the muscle fibers stretch beyond their optimal length tension curve. This leads to a condition known as detrusor decompensation. The overstretched bladder muscle loses its contractile power, making it impossible to empty completely. This creates a high post-void residual, PVR volume, stagnant urine that remains trapped in the bladder after you finish urinating. As a result, your bladder reaches full capacity again within 30 minutes, locking you into a continuous cycle of urinary frequency. The most clinically destructive consequence of excessive daytime fluid consumption is nocturia, the repeated need to wake up at night to void. Throughout the day, when an older man sits or stands while drinking large volumes of water, gravity causes fluid to accumulate in the interstitial tissues of the lower legs and ankles, a condition known as dependent edema. When you lie flat in bed at night, that gravitational pull disappears. The trapped fluid shifts rapidly from your lower extremities back into your central bloodstream. Your heart senses this sudden expansion of blood volume and secretes atrial natriuretic peptide, ANP, a hormone that commands the kidneys to rapidly filter and eliminate the excess fluid. This physiological shift triggers nocturnal polyuria, a massive surge of urine production occurring precisely while you are trying to sleep. When a senior man wakes up 3, 4, or 5 times per night, the systemic consequences are severe. First, it fragments slow-wave deep sleep and REM cycles. This halts the nocturnal pulse of human growth hormone and testosterone, leading to daytime cognitive fog, chronic fatigue, and accelerated muscle loss. Second, Clinical epidemiology demonstrates that men over 60 who wake 3 or more times nightly have a 67% higher incidence of nighttime falls and fractures, along with a significantly elevated risk of cardiovascular events driven by elevated nocturnal cortisol. Rather than identifying fluid volume and timing as the primary cause, conventional medicine often responds with pharmaceutical interventions such as alpha blockers, tamsulosin, or 5-alpha reductase inhibitors, finasteride. While these medications have their place in managing advanced obstruction, they often come with significant side effects, including orthostatic hypertension, dizziness, and sexual dysfunction, while leaving the underlying mechanical overload completely unaddressed. How do you determine if your urinary symptoms are driven by fluid overload rather than progressive disease? Clinical urologists monitor 4 primary biomarkers. Warning sign number 1, daytime frequency exceeding 8 voids. Under normal physiological conditions, a healthy adult male should void between 5 and 7 times during waking hours. If you are urinating every 60 to 90 minutes, your detrusor muscle is living in a state of chronic irritability caused by volume overload. Warning sign number 2, crystal clear urine. Popular culture suggests that completely clear urine is the ultimate marker of optimal health. In reality, crystal clear urine indicates hypertonic overhydration. You are washing out essential electrolyte gradients in the renal medulla, forcing your kidneys to work continuously to excrete pure water without biological purpose. Warning sign number 3, severe urinary urgency. A sudden, uncontrollable sensation that you must reach a restroom immediately indicates bladder hypersensitivity. When the bladder wall is chronically overstretched by high fluid volumes, the sensory stretch receptors misfire, sending panic signals to the spinal cord even at low filling levels. Warning, sign number 4, double voiding. If you finish urinating, step away from the toilet and feel the urge to void again 2 minutes later to pass an additional small volume, your detrusor muscle has become fatigued and is failing to generate sustained contraction against the prostate. To restore your bladder elasticity and calm prostate congestion, you must transition from unstructured hydration to a precise circadian fluid protocol. Here are the 4 pillars of the clinical rebalancing strategy. Pillar 1, total volume recalibration. Unless you are engaged in heavy physical exertion or exposed to extreme heat, men over 60 with mild to moderate pH should target 48 to 56 ounces, approximately 1.5 to 1.7 litres, of total liquid per day. This provides cellular hydration without overloading the detrusor muscle. Remember that water-dense foods, such as soups, berries, and vegetables, already contribute up to 20% of your daily fluid baseline. Pillar 2, the 70-30 circadian taper rule. Timing is far more critical than total volume. Consume 70% of your total daily fluids between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. when your kidneys can process fluid efficiently while you're upright and active. Between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., consume the remaining 30% in small sips. Implement an absolute fluid cutoff 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. If your mouth feels dry late in the evening, rinse with cold water or take a single small sip rather than drinking a full glass. Pillar 3, the 5 p.m. fluid redistribution hack. To prevent dependent fluid pooling in your legs from rushing to your kidneys at midnight, lie down with your legs elevated above heart level for 20 to 30 minutes at around 5 p.m. This forces the fluid back into your central circulation early, allowing your kidneys to filter and excrete it before you go to sleep. Pillar 4, urine colour calibration. Your objective metric is a pale straw or light amber colour. If your urine is dark amber, increase your intake by 4 ounces. If it is crystal clear, reduce your intake and allow your kidneys to rest. Once you adjust your fluid volume, you must actively rehabilitate the physical tone of your bladder and pelvic floor. Implement timed voiding. If you experience frequent premature urges, practice postponing urination by 5 to 10 minutes using slow, diaphragmatic breathing. This retrains the sensory receptors in the bladder wall and helps restore normal storage capacity. Combine this with pelvic floor strengthening, targeted Kegel contractions. 3 sets of 10 contractions daily strengthen the external urinary sphincter and the bulbospongiosus muscle, improving control, supporting the prostate, and preventing post-void dribbling. When men implement this age-appropriate fluid protocol, clinical improvements follow a clear trajectory. Within 7 to 10 days, daytime urinary urgency and frequency decrease significantly. By week 3 to 4, nighttime awakenings typically drop from 3 or 4 down to 1 or 0, restoring restorative deep sleep and stabilizing daytime energy. By week 6, the resting strain on the prostate and detrusor muscle subsides, providing long-term protection against chronic urinary retention. Aging requires biological adaptation. Stop following generic advice designed for 20-year-olds and give your urological system the calibrated support it requires. If you found this clinical breakdown valuable, hit the like button right now, share this video with someone who needs this information, and subscribe to Apex Longevity for more evidence-based cellular blueprints. Take control of your biology, stay disciplined, and we will see you in the next protocol.